Speaking of local news, what's the latest buzzword on Social Security number issuance for foreigners and its delay? Let's not delay and catch this on Business and Immigration Law, which is presented here by attorney Ramesh Khurana of the Khurana Law Firm, located in Gaithersburg, Maryland. The moderator on this set is attorney Kenneth Haber from Boyd's, Maryland.
My name's Kenneth Haber. I'm a former Assistant United States Attorney and I'm a former Senior Attorney in the Office of Inspector General. With me today is Ramesh Khurana, an excellent, well-known, renowned immigration attorney who has clients across the country and across the world. He's helped countless people in their immigration problems. He's here to elucidate upon some of the issues of the day in immigration, the immigration world, and this is the Capital Forum. Welcome, Ramesh.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you very much for a very nice introduction to me.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Oh, it's definitely my pleasure. Are you ready for some shots, for me to take some shots at you?
Yes,
questions?
I'm ready to take your shots.
You're ready for me to take your
Yes,
shots?
yes.
Okay. Is it true, first of all, is it true that only foreign nationals who are the only foreign nationals that who are issued Social Security numbers are those who are authorized to work in this country?
You are 100% correct, Ken. You know, there was a time, maybe 30 years back, when any foreign national who was coming to the United States, even on a tourist visa, if he walked to the Social Security Administration office and he applied for the Social Security, he would get it.
Wow.
Not anymore. Now, only those foreign nationals can apply for the Social Security number who are authorized to work in the United States and who authorizes. It's USCIS.
What sort of documentation is needed?
Now, when you say what kind of documentation is needed, now documentation needed is that you have to prove that you have been authorized by USCIS to work.
I see.
Let us say that you are a beneficiary of H-1B petition. So you have got an H-1B approval notice. So you have to take your H-1B approval notice, your passport and your driver license. Go to the Social Security Administration office, apply for it, officer is going to interview you, and then they take about 2 weeks because they have to verify that approval which has been produced, whether this is matching with the USCIS records or not. Now, they have got a very advanced software now, which probably they can access and they can verify, and it has become much quicker.
I see. May a foreign national apply for a Social Security number at a U.S. consulate before he comes here?
Well, the answer is yes.
How does he go about that?
Okay. Only those foreign nationals who have applied for immigrant visas. Immigrant visas are like green cards. Now, they can apply at U.S. consulate when their immigrant visas are approved. So, in this process, 4 agencies get involved. Now, the first federal agency is the State Department, because all U.S. consulates abroad and embassies abroad, they fall under the State Department. Then that communication will come to CBP, which is United States Customs and Border Protection Force. Then it goes to USCIS, and then it goes to another federal agency, which is Social Security Administration. Now, if a thing gets stuck anywhere, now within these 4 agencies, then there are delays. It's not possible that you have arrived in the United States and you see that your Social Security request has not yet been processed. If that is the case, you cannot just go to the Social Security office and apply for it again, because your application is already processed. It's because of some bad communication within the agencies that no Social Security number has been issued to you, so you have to wait. So we always recommend it's better you come here, when you are here, then you apply for the Social Security numbers.
Quicker that way?
That way it is quicker, and at least you are not getting stuck anywhere because of the 4 agencies getting involved in the process. Here again you are dealing with 2 agencies anyways, because you are going to the Social Security Administration office and they have to seek a confirmation of your immigration status with the USCIS. 2 agencies are still there, but as I said, now they have a very good software whereby things are moving much efficiently and more accurately.
May an H-1B visa holder start work before the issuance of his Social Security number? If he comes here, does he going to have to wait 2 weeks for the computers to talk to each other, or can he start right away?
You know, Ken, this is a very question, and even most of the employers think they cannot allow the H-1B beneficiary to bring on their payroll because that person doesn't have the Social Security number. But that presumption is incorrect. What you have to do is, you have to just put the dummy Social Security number, because IRS has allowed, and this is approved by USCIS and the Social Security Administration. So once you put the dummy number, and then you basically treat the Social Security which has been deducted, and when the Social Security number comes, you have to do some additional filing of papers and things will be regularized. But one interesting thing I tell you, now some employers who do not allow the H-1B beneficiary to work because they are waiting for the Social Security number, they have been put in trouble. The reason is…
The employer.
Employer.
Yeah.
Because the reason is, employee is here, he is willing and he is available to work and he is able to work. The instructions are that you should allow that person to work. How a person can survive by remaining unemployed, by not getting paid? If Social Security number is not coming for 3 weeks, do you expect that person to sit home? Answer is no. So that's why if a person is not being allowed to work because of the wait involved in the Social Security number, the H-1B beneficiary even can file a complaint to the US Department of Labor, and US Department of Labor will investigate the matter and they will definitely issue instructions to the employer, which is called a determination, and they will force the employer to pay to the employee for that period, and this period will be called benching.
Benching.
Yes.
I imagine that the employer is not too happy about that.
You know, because if the person is able and willing to work, he is available to work, he is working, that he has got to be paid, he is simply, you know, lacking the knowledge that this person doesn't have the Social Security number, how can I allow him? It's just a matter of talking to an experienced immigration lawyer, nothing more.
Right, right, right.
Maybe sometimes if he talks to one of the CPAs and who has handled this kind of situation already, he knows that how to give a dummy number and treat the Social Security which has been withheld. But only thing is that you have to consult with a professional.
Somebody who's got experience in this area.
And believe me, Ken, I always come across several employers who have this feeling they cannot allow a person to work until the Social Security number is available. But I think I'm glad that you asked this question, so that many employers who are watching this program or the prospective employers, they will know that you have to allow the H-1B beneficiary who has come here, he is willing and able to work, provide him the work and start getting paid to that employee.
Right, right. They could probably have to pay him for not working by the time it's over.
Yeah, because you know, when you have hired a person, that means you have the work available for that employee. Let us say a person is coming on H-1B and he is to work as an accountant with the CPA. So there is no dearth of work available in the CPA's office. He can be on board on day number 1, and if he is working, he has got to be paid. Even if the person is not working, there is no project. Let us say for an IT person, and the IT employer thinks, I do not have a project and I have to find a project, and he starts marketing that H-1B employee now, and waiting for that project to come through maybe in about 4 weeks or 6 weeks, I would say employer is out of luck. Employer has to pay to this employee.
That's the way it sounds to me.
Now, this will be enforced by the U.S. Department of Labor, I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
Right, right.
Yeah.
What's considered a blanket authorization Social Security number?
Sometimes it's a qualified authorization. You were talking about H-1B beneficiary. Now, if an H-1B beneficiary or likewise a person who has completed his master's degree, he or she is on OPT, and that person has to work now, that person applies for the Social Security number and is given. Now, it would say subject to authorization by DHS, because that authorization may be for a limited period of time, which is basically capped in terms of the approval of the petition. If a person is on H-1B visa, if the petition is approved for 2 years, that means he is allowed to work for 2 years. He cannot continue to use that Social Security number after the approval has expired. So, that is a qualified Social Security card, and the blanket is, let us say a person is a green card holder or a person is a US citizen. So, there is no such notation on the Social Security card like subject to DHS authorization. It's a blanket authorization.
Sort of like when a person gets married and gets a green card for, I think it's a year, and then they have to get reauthorized.
Yeah, you are right, because if the marriage is not 2 or more years old, like we say more than 2 years old, the person will get a conditional green card. That means its validity is limited only to 2 years. Then 90 days before the validity period, you have to apply for removal of the condition on the green card. And when you apply for removal of the condition on the green card, and once it is approved by USCIS, that person will get the green card for 10 years. Because earlier the green cards were issued without any expiry date. Not anymore. Now green cards are issued only with a validity of 10 years.
We're getting tougher, aren't we?
Yes. Everywhere you have checks and limitations.
It's good, because the fact, I mean, look, you have to be able to control and identify who's in your country if you're going to have any security.
Security concerns and frauds taking place, then cyber crimes.
All sorts of things like that.
We have altogether new issues and scenarios in this country or all over the world. So, we have got to respond to those situations.
That's correct, absolutely. Yeah. And I take it that an individual who's been given a H-1B visa, he should upgrade his status with Social Security once it's
very good comment.
Changed.
Because if a person who is H-1B visa, then he or she gets a Social Security card with a notation, like subject to authorization by DHS. When a person has become a green card holder, then there is no such restriction, or he has become a US citizen, there is no such restriction. So, it's always better to keep the record straight and correct and accurate with the Social Security Department. Just visit one more time, show your green card or show your naturalization certificate or US passport, and get it a blanket Social Security number, so that all these records match.
That's important, I'm sure.
That's important.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming in and clarifying those points, because I'm sure for a lot of people, especially those who are H-1B visa holders, this is very informative and necessary for them.
No, I appreciate that, and Ken, I tell you, many people, many employers who hire H-1B employees, they get into trouble because they do not allow the new H-1B comers into the country to work until they have got the Social Security numbers. And when they file claims for back wages, they have to pay as per determination made by the Wage and Hour Division of the US Department of Labor. I am glad you asked this question.
Well, we want to keep people so that they're getting their money's worth, and it doesn't help them not to work the person and then have to turn around and pay them.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.